Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Go down to the red button, click on it, and there's a little bell on the side. Ring that, and you'll get notifications of my page when I get a new video put up. This is part 2 to my greenhouse build. The first time I filmed this, it was a windy day, so the film did not come out right. When wrapping this, I suggest that you go ahead and get you some 8mm plastic or higher, or grab you some corrugated plastic panels, or some polycarbonated twin wall panels, which these two are the best. They're just a little bit expensive to do this whole build. I'm rewrapping this because I didn't get any good footage. Plus, I had a small puncture in the back from it flipping over because I did not have stakes in the ground. You can mark off with spray paint where you're going to put the stakes, or you can remove tiny bits of grass where you're going to put the stakes into the ground. Then just drill them into the side of the frame. As I started wrapping this, I decided that I was going to put some plastic around all of the corners so that when the plastic move, it'll have some cushion right there, and it'll be plastic rubbing against plastic versus plastic rubbing against wood, which will give you a puncture. So I did that on all of the corners through this build. When adding plastic to these corners, you don't have to go ahead and use a lot of staples. I think 1 to 2 staples on each side would be good. I folded it over 4 times. Because there it is with the double plastic wrapped around all the corners so that it won't. But I think it was really only blowing like that. It's because when I was putting the plastic on, it was a very windy day. Today is not a very windy day, so I should be able to be good. But I went all around all the corners. I gotta fold that down. That's about it. Everything's good. Now I'm about to show y'all how I found out how much plastic I was gonna need. And it's always good to cut a little bit of extra. So, go right here. And you just wrap the measuring tape. I like this measuring tape, even though it's a cheap measuring tape, because it bends real easily. This measures all the way around. What's that? 9 and little bit over a half, so I'm gonna go 10 and a half, and that should give me enough that I can staple it right on the inside of here. Right here, you might notice that I doubled the plastic. The reason I doubled the plastic because I have 4 mil plastic. This is leftover plastic from another project, but I doubled it to make it 8 mil. So right here, I stapled at the top in the dead center, 2 staples. Down at the bottom, I stapled 2 staples dead center, and on the sides, I stapled dead center. But make sure you're pulling tight. Every 3 inches, make sure to put more staples. And then after that, once you get to the corners, fold the corners over each other and then staple. Found out that that'll be the easiest way to go ahead and get this all stapled up. The first staples I used was flat top. These ones had more like a rigid edge in them, so it allowed me to go ahead and actually not have to hammer some of the staples in. Right here, I was proceeding to go ahead and put the top on. The top I doubled up too, and actually I went up under the lip of the roof and stapled it every 3 inches too. Make sure that you trim off all the excess. But as you can see in the video, it was very easy to trim, very easy to flip. Make sure when you're flipping this thing that you don't have anything that could puncture it through sitting on the ground. I wrapped all of the corners of the door the exact same way that I did the actual greenhouse frame. Then I go ahead and I put the plastic over each side and stapled it and pulled it as tight as possible. Then I proceeded to take all the excess plastic off. Then added some hinges and then I was done. I put the hinges on while it was sitting down on its back still because the wind was picking up. So it was actually a little easier. If I would have turned it on the side, I think it would have been a little bit better. But I got them all the way in, hinges and everything. And I put a little wooden latch to keep the door closed.
Okay, that's the whole walk around. Pull it tight.
As you can tell, you can't see where the extra
It's like a
plastic
blur.
is at. Not really,
Big blur.
but
There we go. Inside, just staked a couple stakes in the ground, and it's not going anywhere. I don't care if it's a 100 mile per hour wind, this ain't going nowhere.